Ed, Edd and Eddy is a Canadian-American animated series that is formerly the longest-running cartoon that was on Cartoon Network. There are many theories to this popular series. The Purgatory theory. This theory for Ed, Edd and Eddy posits the possibility on whether or not the kids that inhabited the cul-de-sac are actually dead, and that the cul-de-sac in which they reside in actually takes place in a purgatory-like setting. This theory points to facts such as the children's green-blue tongues. The tongue does in fact turn a bluish shade when you die. The total lack of adults, the endless summer and the earlier seasons, and the small, isolated cul-de-sac that comprises almost the whole world. According to the theory, the children of the cul-de-sac actually came from different time periods ranging from the early 1900s to the late 2000s. This theory also explains why the year for the show is very hard to pinpoint, and also explains the answers as to why there aren't any adults in the show, even though you do usually catch a glimpse of everyone every now and then. According to the theory, Rolf came first in the 1900s. His family had moved to Peach Creek in order to establish a farm on its land. Rolf died in 1903 when his family's farm animals stampeded and trampled him. This was the supposed reason as to why he only has one cow, one goat, a few pigs, and a few chickens. Not enough animals to cause a fatal stampede in the afterlife. Johnny 2x4 came next to the cul-de-sac. Not too long after Rolf's death, having no friends, Johnny took a marker and drew a face on a piece of wood and dubbed it Plank. He died in 1922 after fighting a long battle with tuberculosis. He took his friend Plank with him in the afterlife, since he was the last thing that he saw in life before he died. Eddy came next. He was born in New York, but eventually moved to Peach Creek during the Great Depression era. Always trying to get a quick buck, he always set up scams to get money from the cul-de-sac kids. After one of his scams went awry, Eddy was chased by the swindled children of the cul-de-sac and ran to the lake and jumped into it. Eddy ends up drowning in that lake, and he soon joined the other accused children in the afterlife. Even though he is no longer alive, Eddy still tried to chase after the almighty dollar by continuing his swindling nature in the afterlife. Ed and Sarah were the next to arrive to the cul-de-sac. Their father had died fighting in World War II, and as a result, their mother became distant and disconnected. To try and compensate, Sarah developed her bossy attitude, trying to fill the role their mother and father used to fill before their father died and their mother stopped caring. Ed, however, shut the world out and delved into the fantasy worlds of comic books and monster movies in order to escape his unhappy life. They both died in a freak car accident in 1953, thus joining the past kids in death. Naz was born in the 1960s era to hippie parents. Described as a flower child, she was a rather flirtatious young girl who would always act that way towards the male children of the neighborhood. In the summer of '79, a serial killer escaped from a local asylum, made his way into her house, and raped and murdered her along with her entire family. Because this event was so traumatizing, Naz, like Ed, shut the world out when she entered into the Purgatory, and this also explains why she is not shown working around the house like the other children often would. Ed-D was born in the 80s time period, which is around the time that technology is advancing, and was raised by very strict and controlling parents, who pushed him to both succeed academically and to be perfectly cleanly and neat. He is believed to have either died as a result of a gas leak causing an explosion with the Bunsen burner from his chemistry set. Kevin was born the day D died. He was born to a broken-down house, and he also had an abusive father. Because of his situation at home, Kevin would act his frustration out on the other children of the cul-de-sac, becoming a bully as a result to cope with his pain. One night in the winter of '99, his father fatally beat him in a fit of drunken rage, and he died while he was on his way to the hospital. His father was then convicted of his murder, and he was sentenced to life in prison. When Kevin entered into the afterlife, he reimagined his father as loving and that he would shower him in gifts. He still kept his bullying ways in afterlife. However, Jimmy was the last child to enter the cul-de-sac. He was born in the 2000s and was diagnosed with leukemia. He was never associated himself with the other cul-de-sac children because his parents believed he was too frail to be around the other kids, and he remained bedridden for the remainder of his life because of this fact. After fighting a long, difficult battle with leukemia, Jimmy eventually succumbed to his illness, and soon the cul-de-sac purgatory was complete. The Cankers were different from the other neighborhood children. It is believed that they were actually demons that were sent to the cul-de-sac to torment the souls of the remaining children who didn't cross over to heaven. The Cankers are the only characters with normal colored tongues, which would seem to indicate that they are not dead, and that therefore they must be something different. Surprisingly, the Cankers are attracted to the Eds for unknown reasons. However, one common guess is that they're the weakest-willed children of the cul-de-sac, or because they each symbolize a certain deadly sin. This theory, wow. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. There will be another theory to investigate. This was Ed and Eddy Purgatory theory. That was my first information of a lost episode or a banned episode. Episode 34. I really want to see that. But I shot in this video. Like, subscribe, anything. Check out my first channel, Sadie Sykes, which is the name of this one, but I'm about to change it soon. This is my second channel. Link to my friend's channel, which I would like to help them out, is in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really do, because I really want to make a new start. Well,